LA Knight, in the Last Time Is Now, winner gets to have the final match with John Cena tournament, had a real challenge, a surprise return. And when wrestling fans get a surprise return, they always want it to be a gigantic nostalgia pop, someone we haven't seen in forever, and then they just push over the guy that's there all the time. And the guy they're pushing over there that's all the time is LA Knight. Yeah, the guy who seems to have been looked over and over and over more than once, but the guy who showed up for this big nostalgia pop, and it did indeed pop, was woo 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 woo, you should have known it, Zack Ryder, aka Matt Cardona, one of the biggest wrestlers outside of the WWE main roster world. Yes, he's been in NXT, but this is the first time you saw him back on WWE television on the main roster in more than about 5 years. But LA Knight won the match. Is LA Knight going to be the guy that faces John Cena in his final match? Based on conditioning from WWE, there are so many fickle, very angry fans that simply say that LA Knight is highly unlikely to be the person to get the match, but it's not impossible. This is a deep dive into whether or not LA Knight is indeed going to get buried again. Yes, because the internet just calls anyone that loses a match buried. Or is he the guy who could have the most important talked about match in pro wrestling this year with one John Cena? Yes, this is time sensitive, and we know some fans are sensitive. I'm Kevin Kellum. Let us know what you think. Is LA Knight the guy? Can LA Knight get rebooted by the tournament he's in now? And who is your guy to get that match with John Cena? Let us know in the comments below. Before we get ahead of ourselves, let's acknowledge Zack Ryder, that's what they called him on SmackDown, but maybe more recently Matt Cardona, as one of the biggest names outside of the WWE world that has hit, and he hit without WWE's influence. That's right, Matt Cardona has truly made a name for himself to earn the pop that he got when he came out on SmackDown tonight. Did he win? No. Did he lose clean? Yes. But it showed that WWE was willing to fulfill a promise to give you some people that weren't working here, quote unquote, in WWE's Raw and SmackDown rosters. Yes, we know some will claim, well, he was in NXT just recently, but yeah, this is still someone who's deeply tied to the lore of John Cena and his past, and was someone who broke out big and wanted the opportunity to elevate himself, and has constantly sought that opportunity. Now, him losing clean and doing the business for LA Knight, that creates a different conundrum and a different debate. If you want to see more of Zack Ryder, aka Matt Cardona, who has merch, by the way, recently uploaded to WWE Shop. Is he back or just back for a little bit? We don't know. Let us know what you think. Do you want to see more of Matt Cardona? Jump into the comments. But LA Knight, we've been conditioned to LA Knight being someone you can cheer for, yeah, and just enjoy his promos, enjoy his big matches, get into him as a larger-than-life personality that feels like a modern-day throwback, but still you have those boo birds on the internet claiming he's never getting the big wins. He was supposed to win the Money in the Bank. He didn't. He maybe was supposed to win a world title at some point, but he didn't. He got to beat Logan Paul. That's a big deal, but Logan Paul is just above the main event, right below it, and just where LA Knight is. You have fickle fans simply thinking that there was no way that LA Knight was going to advance in this tournament, let alone be in contention for the end of it. But now, it's worth saying that with all the reports, LA Knight, though very unlikely, is not completely out of the running. If WWE got Matt Cardona, aka Zack Ryder, to come back for a big match on a internationally televised platform like WWE SmackDown with the consequence of advancing in this tournament, and he eats a pin from LA Knight, then they knew what it would mean as a consequence. It gives the momentum to LA Knight, but still, we're not expecting him to be the guy who wins this tournament. Until they do it, we don't expect it, because that's what we've come to expect. Build up an expectation and not completely meet it has been something that too many WWE fans have felt in the last year or so. What do you think? Who is the guy that needs to win this tournament? We have some other big names involved in it coming up with the first round: Penta, Bronson Reed, Finn Balor, and more. Who's the guy that needs to win and advance and face John Cena in his final match? Let us know in the comments below.